Hey everybody, it's Dr. Susan Bernstein with another episode of Get Real About Work. And today I want to get real about my own feelings about Occupy Wall Street. I think a lot of people have opinions and thoughts about Occupy Wall Street, and I want to share mine. Initially when I heard about Occupy Wall Street, I scratched my head and went, what? Occupy Wall Street? What is that all about? I thought it was a bunch of people out there angry at Wall Street. And I know that there are people angry at Wall Street, but as the different groups of Occupy different cities, my own area, Occupy San Francisco, Occupy Oakland, have all grown, I see this actually as a chance for people to speak out and say something's not right with our economy and the way we're living. I believe it's really about, underneath this all, is about money and how we don't want money to be how we assign value to one another. When so many people are out of work and unemployment is unfortunately high, it really puts a toll on people. People get depressed, not only because it's hard to pay for things, but because in this country, in the United States, we have such a value in working. And the idea of not working is just unbelievable. We can't think of not working because it means it's like we don't have an identity. And money is not just an exchange, it's a way that we unfortunately assign value to ourselves. Incorrectly, of course. But I think it's really sad when I hear people talking about Occupy Wall Street, even presidential candidates like Mr. Kane, who's saying all these people are just so entitled and so privileged who are involved with Occupy Wall Street, and really it couldn't be anything further from the truth. People who are involved in Occupy Wall Street, I believe, are coming from their hearts and saying, you know what, we need to look at what matters in our country. And I'm really tired of hearing people complain and say, these people need to go get jobs. I got myself a job. Why can't they get a job? I read today about a woman who has 3 jobs and is trying to go to college and is a single mother. And she's involved with Occupy Wall Street. So come on, it's not a bunch of lazy people sitting around waiting for government handouts. I believe this is about people wanting to change the world. And the cool thing is that Occupy Wall Street is occupying a lot of mental space. This weekend I had a party in my backyard, and a bunch of friends spent at least an hour talking about Occupy Wall Street and how similar this is to the 1960s and people wanting to make change. And I know that, it can be disappointing that the people involved with Occupy Wall Street don't have a very specific set of demands. Well, how do you fundamentally change the culture so that it's not all about money? And so that the people who are in charge of the money get to have real empathy and real feeling for the people who are hurting and suffering. So I think Occupy Wall Street is actually a wonderful movement to get us to wake up to our greater potential. I want you to think about what is your value, and get a piece of paper out and write what your value is aside from money. What's valuable about you? So for example, me, I have value because I have good friends. I have value because I have certain talents in the world, like speaking and writing and being able to use social media. There's lots of value that we have in the world and lots of things that we value that I believe are much more important. And I believe that Occupy Wall Street is a movement that is getting us to wake up to our total potential and is not just about a bunch of people complaining and saying, I need more handouts. I just don't think that's it. I would love to hear your opinion, what you think Occupy Wall Street is about, and what good it's doing in our world. Love to hear from you. Share your comments on the blog, and I'll be sure to respond back. Thanks so much.